We understand that the man has been separated from the wife for about 2 or 3 years. Do the police have an idea of where her office?
Yes, we are still on the lookout for the mother because we actually need to get the mom back. Although we've had an agreement with the Lagos State government through their domestic and sexual violence response team, as soon as the baby is out of the hospital, the government is going to automatically take charge of the victim. And it's so appalling that a father who's supposed to love the child, who's supposed to actually take care of the child, is now the one that is actually bastardizing the she's a toddler. I mean, a 5-year-old girl, for God's sake, what does she know? And she's already being treated like an adult. Because what we learned, the report we had was that the father told her to go and empty the content of a potty in the latrine, and on the way she fell into the gutter. I mean, is that not enough to show pity to a little child? And then the father still, hand on her, and he gave her the beating of her life, and he didn't stop at that. He still went to use the surface of a hot iron. I mean, it's so barbaric, and it's becoming like a concern to the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, because we have a lot of such cases. But the only different thing is that this one is coming from the biological parent. We have series of cases of people that are supposed to be guardian, maltreating their wards and every other thing like that. But the new trend now is that same parent. And you also saw what we discovered last week also, a father that changed his own son for close to a month just on flimsy excuse. I mean, it's becoming worrisome, and we want the member of the public to watch it, because right now we're not going to, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Commander, said it's not going to be a child's play. We're not going to treat such cases with kids' glove anymore. We will ensure that the perpetrators are duly prosecuted.
Is the police considering psychiatric evaluation, given the barbaric nature of that circumstance and that occurrence on this particular suspect?
Yes, we are not going, because even if we are charging him to court, although it's from its behavior, you might not think he has psychological problem or mental problem, but we might not rule it out if actually it's coming up, he as a defendant in court is coming up with such, and then we may, but looking at it from all indication, he's ill and hearty. He just, having interviewed him, he just felt it's a way of punishing his own child for his misconduct. And it's so primitive, it's so barbaric, and the Lagos State Command will not tolerate such occurrence within Lagos State anymore.
Can you tell us about the current state of the child's health? Because we read in the newspaper that one of our eyes have been affected. What exactly is the situation with her right now?
Yes, if you see the picture, which I'm going to show you, you see that the left side of the face is badly burnt, and we cannot rule it out that the eye might have been affected. But to what extent is he affected is what we don't know. And since she's currently undergoing treatment in the hospital, holistically at the end when she's discharged, we will be able to say categorically what has happened. But she's under treatment right now.
As we speak, okay. What level, what stage of prosecution is the police now in prosecuting the culprit, I mean the father of the child?
Yes, we have we've established a case of child abuse against him, and we're looking also into the case of assault occasioning harm, and then we have these 2 charges ready against him. And if actually that's why I'm saying by the time the girl comes out of the hospital, the doctor will give us the whole findings, the medical findings, and if actually he caused her a permanent deformity. That's another charge that we're going to have. But right now we still have those two charges by which we are going to prosecute him. And he's going to appear in court anytime soon.
We understand that this particular case was reported by a neighbor. How, in your assessment, would you grade the participation of legal citizens in reporting such a heinous act?
Yes, we quite appreciate the neighbor who felt so concerned and decided to report this barbaric act. And we want the member of the public to take a clue from that, because so many people will tell you, oh, it's his own child, what is my business? No, we want also members, I must commend the members of the public in Lagos State Command, because most of such cases we handle, we have independent reporters that do that, and concerned neighbors, and then we have people working with domestic and sexual violence response team of the Lagos State government, who they said they are mandatory reporter. So when they see anything that is going wrong anywhere, they also come up to report. And in all honesty, the members of the public have been doing great.
What would be your message to Lagosians and indeed Nigerians now who have seen such cases where a father disciplines the child in such an abnormal way? What would you advise them to do?
Well, my advice is let's watch each other's back. Let's go back to that our communal living, where anything that is happening in your environment concerns you, and it will make life more better for us and living more suitable for us. And what we want to say is not only father to daughter alone, anyone committing such offense, and of course any other offense, should be promptly reported. And then, like the neighbor, will be covering the identity of the neighbor, and nobody knows who is the neighbor, although a lot of reporters want to know who the neighbor is. But we are duty bound, and like the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, CP Fatai Owosheni, has always tell every one of us, instructed all the DPOs, that your source of information must not be divulged. And coming from that angle, I think each and everyone should feel protected, and they should give us more information.
You said this case of domestic violence is becoming a big concern for the CP. What practical steps is the command taking to address this issue?
Yeah, like I said, domestic and sexual violence occurrences. For these cases, constitutionally and in the Police Act and Regulation, it is only the state CID that is permitted to prosecute such cases. And then we've now discovered that there are bottlenecks, there are bureaucracies that are slowing us down in doing that. And what the Commissioner of Police, because of his concern to ensure that these cases are duly prosecuted, we have decided to create family support unit. Family support unit department in about 7 divisions all over Lagos. We have Adeniji Adele, we have Isokoko division, we have Ilupeju, Ikotun, we have Ikorodu, we have Badagry, we have Festa.
What's their responsibility?
Their responsibility is to take charge of any case that is related to domestic or sexual violence occurrences, the issue of this, like this child abuse, like battery, like rape, like the issue of husband hitting wife all the time, and all such cases. So we are the commander, in conjunction with the Lagos State government, in partnership, we've trained our officers and men to specially handle such cases. So if any member of the public see anyone, going through any of such crime being committed against them, they can report in any of these divisions, and they should be rest assured that it will not be business as usual. Like, oh, your husband beat you, you decide to come to station. Why? People say police tell them like that. So for these divisions, they are specially trained, and then they've been informed about the gravity of this offense. So they specially take charge, and that is one of the steps that the CP is taking to ensure that the bureaucracy of prosecution of those offenses. And apart from that, that the bureaucracy is not slowing us down. And apart from that, the CP is also concerned, because most times people complain that, when we come, the way victims are being tossed around, the way they are not cared for, and then it makes people lose interest in reporting such cases. The CP has also looked into that, and that is why these people are specially trained. When they see victims, they take charge of them, they treat them with caution, they treat them with respect, and then they ensure that their identities are not revealed to the public. So when they do it that way, people will now have confidence that if I report any offense committed against me, one, because it's not all rape cases that the victims want to come and report, because they feel there will be stigmatization. And then the CP is working to ensure that no form of stigmatization. So we've been dealing with that, and then a lot of people are happy. So we want members of the public not to keep quiet, because the offenses are so grievous that people should not keep quiet.
Are you concerned about seeing all these cases through the courts? Because we've had some of them settling outside court. They will tell you, it's my husband, it's the dad, let us do this within the family. And then that's how people just get away with such crimes. Like what's the police doing with that crime?
Well, if we don't have power over the court, we don't have power over individuals, but at our own end, we ensure that if such offense is being committed, like let's take for example an uncle that raped the small cousin, and then the family now said, do you want to take your uncle to the police station? It's family affairs. No, we don't allow that, because it's no more family affairs, So in order to ensure that justice is done, we don't give room for settlement.
Okay, outside the court.
That is one. Then secondly, we do what we call diligent investigation. When all the facts are being, compiled and the cases are sent to court, it is not easy for the suspect to escape. And of course, we will not compound any of such offense. The CP has lectured all the GPOs that such offenses are not compoundable. So if they decide to go to court, I'm not sure the court might want to, because it's a case that is already being packaged by the police, and I'm not sure any court will want to throw it away. We follow up because we are our prosecutors.
Thank you very much now for your time.
Thank you so much.